Lexi D. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, my voice sounds a little bit different. That's because either I'm losing my voice or I'm getting it back. It's been like this for 5 days now. I don't know what's going on, but let's roll with it. So before I get into this video, I want to mention two things to you all. First, I have a podcast. Actually, I have two podcasts. One is a car sessions podcast where after work, I will sometimes just turn on my recorder and just record a little bit about my thoughts from the day, whatever's been on my mind. And then I also have a podcast with my good friend Kathy called The Kickback with Big C and Lexi D. Obviously she's Big C and I'm Lexi D. I'm gonna have links to both of those podcasts below. And also I am vlogging every day this month for Lexi Darcel. Because my birthday was December 15th, this is the first time that I was just like, you know what, I'm going to dedicate this entire month to myself and I'm gonna vlog every day. I have 2 episodes up there right now, so what I'm doing is I'm breaking it down to 4 episodes, so 1 episode per week, so 2 episodes are up right now. I will have links to both of those episodes if you want to check them out down below. Now that song is called Redbone by Childish Gambino. This album, short note, this album came out and initially I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm warming up to it. I still am kind of like, what is this? But Redbone, that's my shit right there. That's my shit. Now, okay, so getting into the meat of this, I'm 27, you guys. I turned 27 on the 15th, and very similar to last year, how I did an age 25 in review. This is gonna be an age 26 in review where I take a look back at the goals that I set for myself and some lessons learned. So let's get started. So I set 5 goals for myself for the age of 26. The first goal was to practice acceptance. Acceptance is huge for me. I have a quote on my mirror that says, whatever you resist persists, so accept the present moment as if you had chose it. And it's something that I try to live by. I wanted to focus this year on acceptance because I find that a lot of the times when I'm having friction in my life, when I'm frustrated, when I'm irritated, it's because I'm not accepting something. It's because I'm trying to make a situation something that it's not, and I'm not accepting it for what it is. Now that can be situations, it can be people, it can be events that happen in my life. And so I was very focused on anytime something was triggering me to be angry, I was like, what am I learning from this? And I would say this is something that I definitely practice. There's 2 people in particular in my life who came into my life, and both of them, when things was happening and things was going down, I told them individually, wow, I asked God in the universe to help me practice acceptance, and you are such a test of that for me. You are such, like, if I can handle you, I can go out into this world and handle anybody. So I would definitely say that I practice acceptance. Another goal of mine was to travel to Thailand. If you are a frequent watcher of my videos, you will have seen my Thailand vlog. If you're interested, I will leave a link to that vlog below. But yes, I went to Thailand in June of this year. I had an amazing time. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I'm so grateful to one of my good friends for going with me, because otherwise I was gonna have to go by myself with a tour group. And so I enjoyed myself. I went to Bangkok and I went to Phuket. Had a lot of good food, had a lot of great experiences. The zip lining, that was probably my favorite part of the trip. And of course the food. I mean, that's pretty much the main reason that I went to Thailand was for the food, because who doesn't like Thai food? The next goal was abs, abs, abs. Now this one, I didn't really get there. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I did do something in its place. I went on a Spartan race. I completed a Spartan race. In fact, I have footage of that in my episode 2, which I said I'll have linked below, my episode 2 of Lexi Darcel. And that experience for me, experiencing the Spartan race was amazing. I had a lot of fun. If you don't know what a Spartan race is, the short of it is that it's depending on, there's 3 different types. I did the Spartan sprint, and I'm gonna actually have a whole video where I talk about my experience in more detail. But basically, it was 5 miles of 20 obstacles, and it was very grueling and very intense, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every minute of it. And it's something that I'm very proud of myself for doing. It's something that not many people can say that they've actually done or will do in their lifetime. So I would say I didn't have abs, but I completed a Spartan race. That's a pretty good trade-off. It's a pretty good switch out. The next goal was to create a savings plan for 6 months of income. Now, I didn't save for 6 months of income, but I did create the savings plan, and I'm going to do that starting next year. I have how much money I want to set aside each month so that I don't even touch it. I think for me, like a lot of people, when I get more money, when I get my annual raise, I just end up spending more money. And I feel like it's something that I want to have more control over. You know, thankfully, you know, I'm not in debt. All my credit cards are paid off and everything. It's just that for me, I feel like I'm spending too much money sometimes and not saving enough. And while I am saving in my 401k, I want to have more liquid assets. And so that's where this whole savings plan of 6 months of income, I want to be able to, should I want to leave my job because I'm pissed off, frustrated, or for whatever reason, I want to be able to have 6 months of income to live off of. That is a lot. And it is something that I feel like is really challenging, but I know that it's something that's going to push me out of my comfort zone, and it's going to be something that's worthwhile, you know, to be able to make money is one thing, and to be able to save it is a completely other obstacle. The last goal of mine was to do journaling and gratitude every week, doing that at least once per week. I completed that. The one thing I will say about this is that it kind of became something that was a little bit annoying. So I think I'm going to adjust how I do this next year. It's something that is definitely necessary. When I mentioned this in my How to Be Happy and Fulfilled video, I talked about how important it is for me to do journaling, to let go of things and to release things, but also to do gratitude to kind of fill me up and to remind me of the things that I enjoy. But at the same time, it was like, I feel like I have to refocus on how I want to do this whole journal and gratitude. It's something that I want to continue doing, and something that I see the benefits of, but at the same time, I don't feel like it should be something that's just on my to-do list for the sake of it. I think it should have a bigger purpose, and if it's not serving that bigger purpose, you know, maybe doing it less frequently, maybe having it more of a routine of like every Monday I do this will be more helpful. I don't know. It's something that I have to adjust, but it was a goal of mine this year, and I completed it. Now, moving on to some lessons learned and some accomplishments, a few areas of my life where I learned some lessons and I had some growth. The first one I would definitely say is related to me, but also in relation to relationships in general, and that's my emotional, I don't know if it's maturity as much as it is availability. I have a whole video where I talk about how I'm not emotionally available, and it's something that I want to focus on next year. I want to face my demons head on, and I want to really come to terms with the reasons why I'm emotionally unavailable. I have an understanding of that, but where I'm stuck is how to get rid of all that baggage and get rid of those blockages. I think the only way I'm going to be able to move forward with someone in my life and entering into a relationship is if I'm able to be fully vulnerable. And as much as I'm vulnerable on this channel, there is, and just in my life in general, there's still some things that I need to work on before I feel like I'm going to be completely ready and open for a relationship. And you know, me being 27, I'm not getting any younger, and if I am gonna have kids, if I am gonna get married, it's like, you know, the time is ticking. The time is now to try to get some things off the ground. Obviously, for me, I'm grateful that I don't feel rushed. I don't feel like I'm behind or like I should be doing such and such. I believe in timing and things happening in divine timing for you as a person. So, but it's still something to consider. I think that's my biggest hindrance in a relationship is, or to be able to have a thriving relationship is definitely my emotional availability. And so it's something that I really was able to shine a huge, not light on, but yeah, I guess shine a light on and magnify and just really better understand. And so next year I want to pick that apart even more, and I want to come to a space where I am emotionally available. So this year I got a new job in February, and this job was more in alignment with what I did in undergrad. And so I did some computer programming in undergrad, and I also did some business type of courses. If you didn't know, my major was business information management, which is more commonly known as MIS. And so for the first part of my career, I was doing work that was in information technology, but it wasn't really what I studied. And so this time around, now I'm working in software development, which is a lot more familiar to me. And while I'm not a coder, which I don't want to be a coder, I'm still a project manager. I'm also a functional analyst, and so I'm learning how to analyze requirements and gather requirements, which I think is going to be something that's very helpful to me in my next step in my career. And that's something that I am looking forward to. You know, I don't know where I'll be in my career next year, but I definitely am open to some change. And I, of course, am still going to be doing YouTube I consider YouTube as a part of my career. I consider being a content creator. It's something that I love to do, but it's also something that I have said I've consistently stated that I wanted to be a source of income at some point. And so I'm going to continue doing that. And yeah, it's been a very interesting journey with me having this new job, I will say, because I didn't realize how much I appreciated my old manager until I got this new one. And it's been another test of how well I can do with acceptance. And all I can say is he's gonna be retiring soon. Like, by the time this video goes up, it's only gonna be probably like a few more days and then he's gonna be retiring. And I am just taking a deep breath. But overall, I mean, it's been I like my team and everything. It's just that we're gonna keep this on a positive note. Moving on. Okay, so health. This is always a big one for me. I have consistently worked out 5 days a week. Where I want to really focus on next year, though, is my diet. I kind of had it in my mind that this was going to be a struggle that I was going to always have, and that's being able to eat right. And I was, you know, doing my manifesting and everything and focusing on weight loss, but I was really focused on weight loss as opposed to focusing on being healthy. And so my focus now is going to be more so on eating healthy and making healthier choices. And in that, when I make healthier eating choices, obviously my weight is going to be a reflection of that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This year has been, thankfully it's been a year that has gone by where I feel like I was present in a lot of the moments. It wasn't a year that went by really quickly. And I think that's because I felt like I was 28 this year for whatever reason. So I don't know what that was about. I'm only 27, so it was, I will say I wanted to add this too. When I turned 27 on my actual birthday, I felt some anxiety. And I felt like this was important to note because it's kind of been annoying to have to go through that, but it is something that I feel like I wanted to make you all aware that if you do go through anxiety on your birthday, I've been there, I completely get it. For 27, I am looking forward to just pushing my comfort zone even more. You know, doing that whole Spartan race really showed me that I'm capable of a lot more than I even think I'm capable of. And so I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be nothing short of another great year. I'm looking forward to the lessons that I'm gonna learn. And yeah, I'm hoping for the best. So if you wanna give me a late birthday gift, you can share this video or any of my videos on any of your social networks. And that's it. I want to thank y'all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe because I post new videos every week, or at least I try to when I'm feeling better. And I will see y'all in my next one. Deuces.